My next key point that I like to think about with my horsemanship philosophy and how I approach horses is my favorite saying, be as gentle as possible, but as firm as necessary to get a response. Now, there's a few factors that we need to look into when we talk about this little saying and this mindset towards using pressure. Firstly, be as gentle as possible. Now that doesn't mean pressure is bad or that we can't use pressure or that we can't escalate pressure. We definitely need to use pressure. That's how we're going to help the horse to learn what we want it to do and to respond how we would like it to respond. And be as gentle as possible. So starting off with the softest cue, the lightest amount of pressure that we would like the horse to respond to. So to start off with, the horse might not understand that, but we still need to start with that soft and light cue. From there, we can escalate our pressure as necessary until we are then going as firm as necessary to get a response. Now, with that, it doesn't mean we are going to get so firm if the horse is not understanding that we're still then not getting a response, but we are just increasing our pressure and the horse is still not understanding. We can't just then get firmer and firmer and firmer and keep doing the same thing with no response. We need to then come back to what do I need to do differently? What do I need to change? But there are definitely some situations when we're training where we do need to get a little bit firmer, a little bit more assertive to get a response, and then we can release the pressure. A good example of this that I find occurs quite frequently is teaching a horse to canter under saddle for the first time. So a lot of the horses I start are of the breeding and temperaments that they're not super forward horses. They're heavier breeds, they like to go slower, they like to plod, and they're not really interested in going that fast when they're relaxed. They're not in a flight mindset. So when we're asking that horse to roll into a canter, they often say, oh, I don't really want to, I'd rather keep trotting or I'd rather stop. So we apply some pressure, we ask with the voice cue and a bit of leg, and then we increase the pressure, a bit more leg, and maybe flick them with the rein or the saddle strings, or sometimes maybe even a little dressage whip, something like that, to increase the pressure. So we start off as gentle as possible and we escalate until we are as firm as necessary to get a response. Sometimes the horse might offer some resistance. They might try to stop, they might do a little cow kick or a pig root, something like that in protest to that pressure. If we are to take that pressure off in that moment, all we're teaching the horse is that you can behave or respond in that way and the pressure is going to go away. So they actually are going to learn the wrong thing, what we consider the wrong thing. The horse doesn't know it's the wrong thing. If we can maintain some pressure, build our pressure until we get one stride of canter, a transition into canter, and then release the pressure, even if the horse comes back to a trot or comes back and stops completely, we release the pressure. We then start again from as gentle as possible, building up to as firm as necessary to get a response. And very soon the horse will start to offer a few more strides of canter, and then eventually they'll be happy and willing to canter and maintain that canter because they understand the process, they understand the ask, the pressure will come, the pressure will be released. They understand that there's something to support that ask. If they don't break into the canter, there will be an increase of pressure. So we help the horse to understand what we want them to do with the mindset of the horse is never wrong, the horse is just trying to figure it out in the moment. And it's our job to help them to figure that out, to achieve what we're trying to achieve with them. For me, mindset towards the horse is so important. Your energy and your intention is conveyed to the horse through how we do everything. If we approach a horse thinking you're bad, you're naughty, you're doing the wrong thing, versus, hey, I'm here to help you figure this out, we can figure this out together and you can enjoy the work that I'm asking you to do, the horse understands that difference in intention and energy, and that comes from our mindset. So for me, that's a really important thing to be able to master both on the ground and under saddle, is having that positive mindset towards the horse. Some good things that have helped me with that over the years is thinking, firstly, the horse is never wrong. What can I do differently to help the horse understand? And then some things that I've learned from my mentor, who is very positive and very good at explaining to people how to look at the horse in a positive way, with a positive mindset, and then the training, and is to say, yes, we get to do that again. You got that wrong, you didn't find the right answer, great, let's do it again. It's an opportunity to work on that again. Rather than getting discouraged or getting frustrated at the horse and blaming the horse, we can say, hey, awesome, we get to work on that again. Isn't this a great training opportunity? We get to do this again. So little things like that, if you can get your mindset right and in a positive way that you're thinking about training and not blaming the horse, you're going to find so much more success with everything you do with your horse, not just practical training riding, but all your interactions with them, whether it's how you catch them, how you handle their feet, how you load them on the trailer. All those things will become easy when you have that right mindset towards the horse.